We all hear that the acting industry is tough, that there are lots of molds actors are forced to fit in, especially females, but Wei-Yi's passion allows her to take the challenges that come her way as lessons. She identifies the positives of being who she is, rather than the negatives, and embraces her own personality.
The culture I grew up in and then the society I was in, it's very confusing to be a girl that's not a traditional beauty. In that society, it's just like I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what's my value. Why did I exist? All those big questions. And I think being an actor, being on stage, being able to tell a story with your own body, with your own voice, it's the only way I can find myself useful and feeling alive.
We hear women in the industry talk about all the time about sexism and pay inequality and expiration that they have once they hit 40. They don't get as many opportunities.
Like Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Exactly. There's so many things, even sexual harassment that during auditions, so many different things that they have to deal with. It's such a cruel industry.
It is, yeah.
You just kind of explained to me what made you get into it, but what's the biggest lesson you learned so far?
To know myself, to realize what's my real value as a woman, as a human being. And I think that's what makes me interesting, because I would never beat someone that's more beautiful than I am. I can never, compete with someone who's younger than I am already. So I think that's what I get the most from being an actor, is just like you want to be a better human being, a better self every day. And actually, that's really the only thing you can do.
So what are some of the most memorable roles you played or your audition for?
I had a prostitute week. I had 3 or 4 auditions. They are all called prostitutes. No names. Asian prostitutes, Chinese prostitutes, and I got a call back 3 times. So that's like stereotyping, typecasting, blah blah blah, and they all require nudity. But it's not easy to be a prostitute. So, and I didn't get parts. It's not easy to play a stereotype. It's not easy to play a laundry lady. It's not easy to be a Chinese delivery boy. It's not easy to be anything. So I'm not super against typecasting, because I'm not at the point of being cast as the Asian prostitute all the time. I haven't even really played. So I think the crucial problem is why people only see, like, for example, Asian young girls can only be orphans and prostitutes, or someone you want to protect, or some badass assassin and sexy or sex toys. Why? There are only this many categories, and I think that's what the industry has to be educated, and that's what's happening in America now. All this equality thing, gender, we need more female filmmakers, we need more Chinese playwrights and all that. So,
on the other hand, what are some advantages that you think you have?
I think there are not a lot of opportunities, not a lot of auditions, a lot of roles for us to choose. But once there's an audition, once there's a breakdown of a character that fits for me, I have fewer competitions. Because there may be 20 or 40 other Asians are auditioning for the part. But if you look at, say, a Caucasian female part, in their 20s, beautiful girl next door, but also
300.
have the inner strength when it comes to her baby. Boom, 200 people are waiting in line, and they're all beautiful in their 20s, blonde, blue eyes, and all good, So I have that advantage, I think, you know,
Absolutely.
because people like us who can stick around, not giving up, it's not that many.